On to all you Aries. So you have the Seven of Swords, Empress, okay, the Moon, Death card, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Cups. So for you Aries, right, a lot of Mars influence, a lot of Libra influence. There's a lot of influences here, right? The Death card, the Magician, these two represent Scorpio or Mercury influence, okay? The Empress is your zodiac sign, the opposite zodiac sign, Libra. So anyway, let's get into it. So the Seven of Swords and the Empress, right? The Seven of Swords and the Empress is really about how a lot of you, it really is about how a lot of you, Aries, need to understand that what you've got going on is that you're gonna continue to maneuver, get to know other people. A lot of you're doing a lot of ghosting, you know, when it comes to people who are on some fake stuff. You're doing a lot of ghosting, a lot of people who need to be excommunicated from your life. The Empress and the Moon, so that's what it is that you're doing, right? You understand that those people have some problems that they need to deal with, and you're not taking those people's problems that they have with other people and the things that happen to them out on them. You're just ghosting them, right? But at the same time, you Aries need to understand that you need to let go of certain things yourself, because even though other people may have baggage that you know they have to deal with, they unload that baggage on you and then they spread it. And then the next thing you know, you got baggage from them when they had problems with somebody completely different, not even you. And then things that the Death card and the Knight of Pentacles represents, this is just something that you need to remember. Don't get discouraged, because the Moon can also represent a discouragement. Like I said, it could represent ghosting, like completely getting out of a person's life, excommunicating them. But it can also represent having to understand that not to allow yourself to be down in the dumps and think that just because people, you know, do this type of stuff to you, you just take it personally, and now you start to think of yourself as overall having this level of value. That's not the case. So you Aries have to remember that as long as you're being productive, as long as you love yourself, as long as you like the fact that you've been through terrible relationships and you learned and you got out of that, as long as you like that about yourself and you like the other traits about yourself, you are romantic and stuff like this, then that's cool. It's just that what you got to understand is where it starts getting dysfunctional is you need to understand that when you start to get angry, like when you start to get angry about, like really angry, like deeply angry, that means that you've accumulated too much baggage and that you need to throw the baggage away. You know what I mean? You need to literally meditate. You need to literally figure out what got you so angry about this person and how to let it go. So the Death card and the Knight of Pentacles now represents, as a result, the Death card and the Knight of Pentacles is that, so now that you can make that spiritual transition from being upset, being angry, being kind of down in the dumps, having that level of disappointment, to moving forward, right? Learning how to let that go, learning how to walk off, essentially, from that, right? The Knight of Pentacles now represents, now it's time for you to also understand that there will be others. Like I said before, people have options. It's only delusion where a person thinks, oh, you so into me to the point where you don't have options. That's a delusion. That's a delusion. Because I done seen vagrants, I done seen homeless people fighting over somebody that they getting with on the street. Well, you know what I'm saying? So I done seen that. I done heard of vagrants getting into a fight with each other, and one of them, hemming them up, if you catch my drift. And it made the 10 o'clock news. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, come on, everybody got options. So the thing is that the two of swords and the Wheel of Fortune represents, but a lot of you Aries, I'm just seeing that a lot of you Aries right now, right? You have a, how do I say this? A lot of you Aries may be afraid that even if you decide to move forward, trying to get to know other people, and you want to hang out, the weather is starting to get warmer, that you're thinking about if people will essentially make it difficult for you. They'll make it hard for you, right? Like some of you Aries may be thinking like, what's the point? This, that, that. No, there is a point to it. It's just that you Aries don't understand that there is a such thing as love, right? Because a lot of y'all are hopeless romantics. There is a such thing as love. But the thing is that just like what you Aries do, love is something that you got to fight to get. You got to fight to attain. You have to discover it, right? Sometimes it'll come to you, but sometimes you have to also discover it as well. And for you Aries, a lot of y'all got to understand that Aries, you got to understand that Saturn, Mars, and Mercury is on the left-hand pillar of severity, right? What I mean by that is Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Gemini, and Virgo is on the left-hand side of severity. So what I'm trying to say is that you being an Aries, y'all are born into this world having to fight, having to, a lot of the things that you get, go and get it, fight for it, because your environment, how people treat you, how people engage with you is weird. People, for some, and that's why I'm trying to say, like, the zodiac signs have an influence on other people as well as yourself. So me having an Aries moon myself, I can speak directly to that. And knowing Aries, that every Aries that I know have problems dealing with people on a mass, not because y'all don't like people, right? But because y'all are hopeless romantics. But a lot of the times people are too soft. So you're living in a time right now where people are too thin-skinned, and you Aries say the things that need to be said but are brutally honest. But a lot of people too chicken squat to actually just face up to it and own up to it. But and so when you get a combination of people being too thin-skinned, so many people are sensitive, overly sensitive. It's not even about sensitivity, it's oversensitivity, right? They too sensitive. It's just, you could walk up to somebody and say, boo, boo, and a person will try to call 911 and get you silenced, censored, right? Get you knocked, all types of goofy stuff. And you Aries living in a world where you brutally honest, like, yo, don't do this. This stuff will make you look this way. Don't do that, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't mean that you should stop. What you Aries should honestly do is just date by a case-by-case basis and just feel people out to see what it is that they've got going on. The Wheel of Fortune, you may think that you at this point in time that you trapped, even though you may know that you have to take responsibility and grow out of this. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and help you, right? The Nine of Cups and the Five of Cups now represents the Nine of Cups and the Five of Cups now represents this being a situation for you where the arrogance that other people have, the overconfidence that other people have is just for show, right? Because see, it'll be a flip. When you're happy with yourself, the more you do you, people are not going to be able to do themselves. They're not going to be able to move on with their life. They want to get you like this so that they could be like this. They want to switch. They want to switch. But what you Aries got to do is, you Aries got to get to a point of the 9 of Cups where you're not tripping about what the other person has got in that regard when they decide to play those games. You want to be so good to a person and yourself that to the point where you doing the things that you need to do and you doing what you need to do, and it's right. So when people got an issue and they decide that they want to leave and give you problems and all this other type of stuff, you know for a fact, okay, that problem is on them. Factually, the problem is on them because you treated them so well to the point where what are they complaining about? What's their problem? Their problem would literally have to be manufactured. That's why it is I say that I try to do my best to roll out the red carpet. Now, I'm not necessarily worshiping a person. I'm not going to worship at all, ever. That's not my style. But I roll out the red carpet because if somebody rolls out the red carpet and you still bugging, you can't say that the other person is wilding out on you. Because what can you say if the person is showing you sure enough respect? The problem is on you at that point, because what's the issue, right? You see? So let's clarify. Let's clarify some of these cards. Matter of fact, let's clarify the 9 of Cups. Let's clarify the 9 of Cups. You have the 4 of Wands, the Sun, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Right. So in the end, right, this is about how a lot of you Aries need to start trying to build relationships with people that actually want it, because they won't waste your time. The King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, and the people who essentially trying to waste your time, cut them off. There's nothing else that you need to know. The King of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the people that do want to be in a relationship with you, that put in the time and the effort, the people that are okay with moving to the next step after getting to know you better and the relationship is moving forward, those are the people that you should be looking for. And how you find those people, number one, is finding out about certain traits. Are they hard workers? Are they unselfish? Are they unselfish in a way where they're selfish enough to take care of themselves, but they're unselfish past a certain point where they know how to give? If a person does not know how to give thoughtfully, where the thought that counts, and everything is high priced, or they're trying to convince you to give them everything, that's a dub. So that's some of the ways that you can know if a person is being real with you or if a person is playing games. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, I have 5,826 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.